Hey everybody. Of course I want you to subscribe. Of course I want you to like. Of course I want you to share. I'll say it again at the end of the video too. And this is a new section for us. We are going to be talking about financial freedom and what I'm going to do to obtain financial freedom. So what I'm going to do, or what I have already done, is this. I have acquired a PRN position on top of my regular position, and the PRN position is what I use to pay off debt. I've been working this job since January because I wanted to make sure I could sustain it and it would work for me and my family before I started blogging about what my intentions are with this job. So it's worked out. I usually just work one day a week or one day every other week, and it's usually a Monday, and that works out great. And my other thing is I want to pay off all my credit cards this year. I've already paid one off because I didn't want to come with you about this financial freedom stuff until I had, started my journey and felt like I would be able to stay on it to the end of the course. So I wrote down like what my goals are, which is I highly recommend that people do that. But I want you to remember, like, I've been on this journey a couple different times. I paid off all my debt, I got back in debt. I paid off all my debt, I got back in debt. I think the thing that I never did was save money, have a cushion nest, and invest. Like, I've done my 401k, I've done that ever since 1999, but the problem is, anytime there's a problem with the stock market, that goes away and comes, just from now until May, I've lost $40,000 to $50,000 already. It's not money, and it's money I can never get into, which keeps me from saving. So I'm going to maintain that. I'm going to still do this 401k. I'm going to maintain my PRN job. I'm going to take the monies I get from my PRN job to help pay off debt at a higher rate. So I paid off one credit card. I got 2 more credit cards to pay off, and they're not that high. Like, one is like both of my credit cards together is like around $6,000. It's not a whole bunch of money. It's money, but it's not. I know people that have a lot bigger credit card debt than that. I also have a signature loan that I want to pay off this year, and that is like right at $2,000. And I want to save $1,000. And people might be like, "Oh, well, that's nothing. Why are you trying to save $1,000?" It's hard to save money for people that have never saved money before. As I created more money for myself, as I've been promoted at my job, all I did is spend more money. So because of that, I want to get into a lifestyle of saving money. So my goal is just $1,000 this year. Credit cards this year, the signature loan this year. Once I've done that and I know I'm standing the course, then my goal for the next year is to pay off both car notes and student loans. So I have a master's degree. I completed that in 2012. I owed $20,000 when I got done with my bachelor's and another $20,000 when I got done with my master's. That's $40,000. I think I owe like around $15,000 of that still. I just want to get rid of that. Like, that is, to me, it's a burden. Like, I want to get rid of that. I've been good. I didn't pay while I was in school, obviously, but since I've gotten out, I've paid more than what I needed to on numerous occasions. So I feel like I'm doing okay with that. But I still just don't want that hanging over my head, because it's a bill that I'm paying that I get no benefit from. That I'm not riding in a car, I'm not sitting in a house. It's just like for an education that I got that, yes, has acquired, other things for me, which is a bigger income, but really my master's degree didn't create a bigger income for me. My vocational training as an RT, MRI, CT, X-ray has created a better income for me. My bachelor's degree has just made me a more knowledgeable imaging person. My master's degree has just taught me how to deal with people better because it was in management. And of course I did management for a while, but it's just not my cup of tea. I don't like hiring and firing people. But for whoever that is for, like, that's great. But at some point in my life, I thought that was my goal. But now I realize, for me personally, because I have all these other things going on in my life, my goal is to continue to work weekend option, to maybe go back into the work field as a 3-day-a-week person, at some point, but I don't see that happening for another 5 or 10 years. But really, I see myself as doing weekend option for the next 15 years. I feel like that's my niche. That's where I do the best. It works best for my family. I see myself staying at a position like that. Okay, so I got this second job. I've set a goal for this year, and I have a goal for next year. The cars and the student loan. At the end of next year, I want to be making that deposit on an investment property, which we want, you know, like a duplex, a fourplex, or something like that, or a small apartment building. And at that time, we'll also need to make a decision on, are we staying here and adding a garage to our house, or are we moving to a house that has everything we need? Those are the decisions we'll make at the end of 2021. You know, they might already be in play at the middle of 2021. I don't know, because if you're going to buy a house, you'll be looking before before 2021 December. So that's a goal. But I also, by 2021, want to have gone from $1,000 in saving to closer to $15,000 in saving, along with paying off my debt and everything else. And then by the end of 2022, which that year my goal will be to take on the solar panels, pay that debt off. And it might take 2 years to do that or not. I don't know. I want to have close to $30,000 in savings. Like, I feel like the key to living a debt-free lifestyle is having a saving account with a significant amount of money, which equates to 3 to 6 months of your yearly earning. So I want to establish that for myself. So that's my goals. You can come on the journey with me. As I complete goals, I'll give you numbers and financials, and I'll let you know like how my credit score is going as we do investments and purchases, because you get to know that. I mean, I'm not randomly going to be doing my credit score because I know I'm on the right path. I'm not closing any accounts down because I know that's bad for your credit score. I'm paying things off. I'm still using the things I pay off, but I will use them for things that I would pay at the end of the month, to a complete zero, like groceries, or it's time to buy kids school clothes or things like that. So that's my plan. The first thing you need to do if you want to get on this journey with me is get a PRN job. Get another source of income that you can use to pay off debt. Decide what debt you're going to pay off first. Pay one debt off at a time, continuously, to make minimum payments on the rest of the debt. When you're done paying one thing off, you want to take that money from that one thing and add it to the next thing that you're paying off. So you're always still using all that money that you were paying for bills. You're just putting more on every bill that you pay off the next bill. So let's say I have a credit card bill that needs $100, another credit card bill that needs $100, another credit card bill that needs $100. I paid one of the credit card bills off. So now the second bill that I'm deciding to escalate the payoff, that'll get $200. The other one will still get $100. Then when the second one's paid off, then the last credit card bill gets $300 every month. I'm never reallocating those funds for the things that I paid off to go into other expenses. I'm only using those funds to pay off the debt for the next thing that I want to pay off. And I think with this expedited form of paying off a debt, plus an idea of saving along the way, I should be able to maintain a debt-free lifestyle, because I feel like the missing key in all the times I've done it before is that I never saved. I did my 401k, but I never actually saved in a saving account. So this is my journey. I hope you follow me. I hope you subscribe. I hope you like and share this. And it's going to be called Financial Freedom, which is what I'm trying to attain. And I'm going to take you on my journey. And I'll probably do this for 3 or 4 years, and then I'll just do follow-ups on it, So join me in my journey. I have other things that I have here for you as well, which is fitness. And I also have, and I'm not like a fitness guru, I'm just trying to maintain. How I maintain at 45. Next year, how I maintain at 46. And then, so I have fitness, and then I have peace and nonviolence. And that's like not because there's a violent situation going on here, but because you harm yourself by the things you put yourself, the things you involve yourself with and the things that you do. Like, for instance, you are doing harm to yourself if you don't set a sleep pattern for yourself. If you don't get at least 5 to 7 hours of sleep every night, that is violence to yourself. If you continue to do it, you're just going to wear yourself out, give yourself diseases, and make yourself sick. So just things like that. And of course, I try to have a positive mindset, which goes into my nonviolence and my peace. If you ever want to follow me on that, please join me. And then I do a book club with my mothers and a friend, and I just love sharing books because I think book is just like, especially like a book club and having that conversation with women, it's just the best way to stimulate and grow your mind. Because at first we were just reading the books that I wanted to, but now the members pick the books. So you're like branching out. You're reading more than what you're used to, you know? So I just want to encourage you to follow me, like and subscribe. Uta Sibylla Woods, Living My Best Life on YouTube. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.